What folks, you're watching African Media. We are here on the campus of the University of Liberia on Capitol Hill, and as we speak to you, serious tension has just erupted between two student bodies, the Student Unification Party and the Progressive Alliance, PROSA. Very serious tension that resulted into the throwing of stones. Somebody would say this is a usual thing, but it has been very much intense between both student bodies, the Student Unification Party and the Progressive Alliance Party, SUP and PROSA, where the serious throwing of stones have been witnessed. Early this morning, we have been here witnessing the activities of students on this campus. My man. And we talked to a few students earlier on when the atmosphere was conducive. But in just a few minutes, in just a few minutes, we saw student bodies throwing stones at each other, something which has raised fear among students. We see members of the Student Unification Party movement. They have seized the entire campus of the University of Liberia. Kindly share this coverage from wherever you're watching. This is African Media. My name is Enoch Zuo II. Serious tension between students' bodies, Student Unification Party and the Progressive Alliance Party. Please share this coverage. So it's very tense. It's becoming very serious. And as we speak to you, the Student Unification Party has seized the entire campus just following a few minutes after PROSA disrupted classes. And they took one of the palaver huts. There are two major palaver huts on the campuses of the University of Liberia on Capitol Hill. From where we stand, just right after this bus, you will see the two palaver huts. Initially, PROSA has assembled at one of the palaver huts, singing their usual political battle cry and using that medium to interact with students. And then few minutes after, we saw the disruption of classes while students were writing their midterms. Majority of the students were not opportune to write their midterm. The matter of fact, some of them who were opportune to have arrived early on, especially in the morning hours, some of them wrote one test, but then later on between 10 to 11 a.m., the entire, process got disrupted. By that time, SUP was nowhere to be found. The members of the Progressive Students Alliance were the one who were singing battle cries and interacting with students at one of the Palava Hut. And then classes were disrupted. A few minutes after, SUP surfaced, and then a sambo at the other Palava Hut, which is right adjacent the next Palava Hut that was occupied by PROSA. And then in the process, we just witnessed disruption. All we could see was to witness members of the Student Unification Party chasing after members of the Progressive Alliance Party, the PROSA. As we speak to you, you can see students from different departments have left their respective classes and assembled at the intersection on the main campuses of the University of Liberia, expressing fear, especially the females feel very insecure, being on the campuses of the University of Liberia at the moment. Normal activities, especially academic activities, have come to a standstill as we speak to you. Early on, classes were already disrupted and students have been roaming around with hope that classes would have resumed, in order to continue the writing of their midterm. But then it has taken another stand where SUP has chased Progressive Alliance Party, the PROSA, out of the campus of the University of Liberia. It's 29 minutes up to 1 p.m. in Liberia. Just to acquaint you with the time, our diaspora followers. And this is the process right now. This is the current look of the University of Liberia. Both parties have disappeared at the moment. We saw PROSA being chased out of the University of Liberia main campus, and they were pushed using the main entrance of the University of Liberia that faces the Capitol building from this direction. They were chased out of this campus by a body to see as their major rival in the political landscape on this campus. And in fact, stones were being exchanged in the process. Stones were being exchanged by both bodies. It is something that was very much heated. And this is Capitol Hill. This is Capitol Hill, and as we speak to you, students have left their respective classes. So we will just take you through the Palava Hut where the entire tension began. We will just take you through the Palava Hut where the entire tension began. As we speak currently, the momentum has declined a bit. There's no tension at the moment, and I can openly say that we are not seeing both bodies. You can see students roaming. From the other end, we see the Student Unification Party moving. You say members of the Student Unification Party. These are members of the Student Unification Party, and they have taken a center stage. They have taken a center stage on the main campus. And we see a number of them sending caveat. We're going to stick around if we're given the opportunity to have a brief interaction with them, which we will be very glad to do. Commerce, conscious students of the University of Liberia. Commerce. We bring you greetings for the men who preside over the triangular session of the IUDA Indefatigable Ruling Vanguard Civication Party. In honor of common leader, common teacher, common mentor, common chairman, Chairman Sylvester, SK Widow Sylvester. Commerce. Well, it was communicated earlier this morning. Due to the failure of Dalamapaya, the chairman, to the consent of the Politburo, the chairman said today there should be no classes on all of the campuses of the University of Liberia. But later on, at about 9:30, while you were making your way on campus, Dalamapaya called the chairman. And she asked the chairman why. The chairman said one thing. The man said most of our students, it is not about the militants of the Vanguard Civication Party, but it's about the students. It's about the conscious students of the University of Liberia. Most of them are out of the various classes. In fact, some of them plenty more than 78 classes. All these classes, they are level 2. Only because the system fought them. They are brothers who are around the campus of the University of Liberia, who are hijacking the system. And while they hijack the system, they will go remove you from your various classes, wherein you took your time. So the chairman said, we need the eye and drive button to be back. Postpone all of the midterms that you're about to give. And my partner, in your arrogant voice, that my partner, in your arrogant voice, oh yeah, I will say this. I will say in your arrogant voice because it is her same voice that she used when she called you conscious students. She called you thugs and hooligans. In fact, my partner called you immature students, wherein your admission letter they address you as master and mistress. Then my partner called you immature and hooligans. So in her arrogant voice, she said the students who come to school, the iron job body will be added. And she didn't stop there. She told the chairman that about 3 a.m., 3 to 4, the iron job body can be back. We told my partner to the boss of the chairman. The chairman said 2:30, 3 o'clock, the students can be studying. In fact, said the students can be resting after studying. So you do not need to add the iron job body 3 a.m., 2 a.m. No, add the iron body to the PM time. And my partner said
there should be classes today. A moment from now, the iron job body will be added. Now, issue of writing a new piece of paper, we receive intelligence through our intelligence arm that the University of Liberia Authority is only the e-bottle. So they told you to write a new piece of paper. At the end of the semester, they will say to you that the university is a tuition free, so you should still go and do the course after you are getting NG and no grades. So, through that intelligence, the chair said there should be no classes and will resolve. While I was getting prepared for my 401 meeting, I received intelligence that a motion political party, I mean a party that was just from 2018, that do not have men, that do not have students, that in fact cannot communicate with the Mapaya for your problems.
That's my problem. That's my problem. Yo, okay, what's the buy your country? Yo.
A political party, a motion political party that was from 2018, disrupt the classes. I was getting prepared for my 401 public administration test for 11 to 12. It got disrupted. We received a call from the chairman that all students of the University of Liberia should go back to their various classes. The iron job body will be resolved in a jiffy. If they cannot add the iron job body, the party will communicate with you to its Politburo, to its propaganda chair, to its militant, to its central competence, that there will be no test. But until then, because of my parent call, you can go back to your classes. The Vanguard Party was here, since October 20, 1970. The Vanguard Party is here. The Vanguard Party will be here to protect you to the core. Don't let you.
Are there contradictions advocacy between you and PROSA? Are there contradictions?
There is no contradiction. PROSA is a different political party. PROSA disrupt their classes, not talking to Dalamapaya. So on this basis, the chairman said, everybody should go to their classes. We'll protect them.
And always disrupting classes. Are you saying you must abuse?
Before SUP do not disrupt classes. SUP believe because SUP have read historical legacy. SUP have read. Before SUP can go to classes and tell the students to leave their favorite classes, a communication can go to the students, informing the students that since the administration have refused to work with the students, there should be no classes, and in fact the students can control.
But why now SUP is taking another meaning?
PROSA had never communicated with Dalamapaya. We understand Dalamapaya is the problem. That's the reason the meditation can always call her Dalamapaya problem. We understand she's the problem. But again, the Vanguard Party have communicated with Dalamapaya, and Mapaya said the problem will be resolved in a jiffy. When we say in a jiffy, we mean between today and tomorrow, the problem will be solved. Until then, let the students go back to their classes.
So why the both parties came involved to advocate?
Commerce. A political party that was founded October 20, 1970 cannot compare ourselves to a political party that was founded for Mr. Weah's birthday to come and sing, chant our battle cry for Mr. Weah's birthday. We cannot merge with them.
Now you have chased them out. What is your message to them?
Let the students go back to their various classes. If PROSA is serious and mean well for the students, let PROSA communicate with Dalamapaya, check how the chairman of the Vanguard Education Party communicated with Dalamapaya, and then she said today, between today and tomorrow, the iron job body will be added. Until then, if PROSA come here, the Vanguard Party was here, the Vanguard Party will be here, the Vanguard Party will continue to be here.
So that means the publication this morning has been reconsidered?
It has been reconsidered, and the party have gone to a Politburo meeting to say the students should go back to their various classes.
Since that the Mapaya appointed, how is the relationship between
commerce journalists? That my problem launched the University of Liberia 74 Founders Day. In that didn't go 74 Founders Day, the team was the future is now. And if you understand that the future is now,
these are members of the Student Unification Party, SUP. They have just chased. This one is interesting. They have just They have just chased Progressive Students Alliance Party PROSA out of the main campus on Capitol Hill. And you listen to him that the party is a mushroom party that does not need to be on this campus. And their action followed just minutes after the Progressive Student Alliance party disrupted classes. This morning we were here. A few students who have initially come on the main campus here on Capitol Hill. Some of them were opportune to have sat for their examination during the early morning hours of today, Monday. But later on, between 10 to 11, from nowhere, members of the Progressive Students Alliance came and had classes, disrupted just following minutes after they have assembled under one of the palaver huts, sending caveats to students and the administration as well. It is on that backdrop that the Student Unification Party deemed it necessary to come and fight back. And you listen to the spokesperson saying that there is no need for classes to be disrupted. Why it is true that they are disenchanted in the leadership of Dr. Mapayan, the new president, but they have communicated with her officially with respect to taking decision that will restore the add and drop button on the website. And he listened to him that the entire process is going to be resolved. Dr. Mapayan has given her commitment that from now to tomorrow, in between that time, the entire process is going to be resolved. So while they are waiting for the restoration of the entire process, to have heard that another party, which is PROSA, disrupted classes, is something they believe is an act of undermining their efforts to ensuring that the needs of the students are met. Taking into consideration, they have initially communicated with the university's president, and she has committed herself to having the entire add and drop button restored. This is something that has caused serious arguments among students. A lot of them believe that the process is hindering their learning process, and in fact, is making things more complicated. So there have been series of protestation staged on different occasions, and they have officially communicated with the university president, only to know that PROSA has taken another stand by having classes disrupted. On that backdrop, I can tell you for free, we saw an exchange of stone, a very serious one, where they threw stone at each other. By the end of the day, one party had to submit to the other, which is something we saw PROSA bench forcibly push out of the University of Liberia using the entrance that faced the Capitol building. It has come to a standstill at the moment. SUP has just spoken. Initially, they released a publication this morning calling on their comrades, that is their fellow students, to stay away, that there will be no exam, there will be no midterm. But you just listen to him that the decision has been reconsidered. And in fact, talks are ongoing, conversations are ongoing between the party, the Student Unification Party, and the leadership of the University of Liberia through its president, Dr. Mapayan. We'd like to say thanks to all of you. Calm has restored, I can say, but students have left their respective classes. You can see them gathering in numbers from separate locations, all under the trees. You can see students sitting in different positions. Normal classes have been disrupted. The matter of fact, we talked to some of the students this morning, and they said the process is going to last. The midterm is expected to last from now up to next week. But it will interest you to know that day one of the midterm, it has been a very hectic one, where the process has been disrupted. We hope to see what tomorrow is going to bring. Is it going to be a repeat of what we witnessed today, or is going to be something better? This is the expectation of students who have enrolled at this university, as it is called, the state-run university. They expect themselves to be in their respective classes tomorrow, writing examinations, as they prepare to climax this semester. My name is Enoch, and I'd like to say thanks to all of you for watching. We're going to cut your day and rejoin you as soon as possible.
call it grievances.